world of YouTube, true crime, careful site, and everything else. Going over this Jelani Day case. And once again, folks, here we go with some crazy, unknown stuff. I tell you. Already, I mean, where this kid was sighted and seen, and, surveillance. Surveillance, one of the big keys in this case. Once again, I also looked up, I tried typing in for phone records. Were there any unusual, phone calls or texts? I know I typed something in about the phone. And the police said that if there's anything important to that, then we'll release it. But, right now they're saying there was nothing, pretty much nothing in the phone system. Or they haven't really done that search yet either, like where the towers are and how the phone pings off. Where he was, they literally haven't. I don't even think they have went through this yet. I did save some articles, and I'm gonna go through them. But today I wanted to go over and do a little bit more of mapping. One thing is clear: mapping is a big key in a lot of cases. But then again, surveillance is too. And I find one thing bizarre, and the only reason why I know I should bring this up in a video. I forgot to download it, but I hopefully still have a picture. Now, my nephew used to work at tire warehouse in Littleton, Mass. And I was trying to, this kid don't like ghosts. He's another one to keep them away from me type thing, right? And I wanted to show him how close he was to this road that is just down the street from Tire Warehouse. No, not Tire Warehouse. Town Fair Tire. Excuse me, Town Fair Tire. But on Google Maps, when I looked up his business, it wasn't even constructed yet. So I'm wondering if this is what happened to this picture that I'm going to show next. And for that being said, and it obviously is a new constructed building, I guess. I mean, I'm thinking, this kid is obviously been missing from this year, right? And mind you, someone commented saying that the autopsy, and everything's fishy about the autopsy anyways, but someone claims that this kid's jaw was removed from the skull. So here we go. What did this kid get involved in is beyond me. Even though he was obviously a good student, a good person, whatever the case may be, but let alone, they're hiding stuff, evidence. Say so, the jaw. The autopsy rules as a drowning. And they will not, go any further. And then the phone records are being, looked at a later date or something. It's all fishy. It's all screwy. And supposedly the last place he was seen was Beyond Hello. Obviously, it's a cannabis dispensary. And that right there, let alone, I don't care what anybody says, you get into that stuff, it's also like getting messed up and, to me, getting, hung up in the government and stuff or whatnot. Or let alone, people that, aren't too nice and friendly around these places. One thing is about this these places is, yeah, obviously there's been a lot of places, if you're getting dispensary weed, you're obviously getting watched and followed. Because there's people out there that will rob you for that crap just to sell it on the market, of course. And obviously want to get some big money, they're thinking. Even though, yes, cannabis is a big money-making market right now. I can just imagine when you go in these dispensaries, and right, if you're literally getting robbed. In this guy's case, if he did have some anxiety, medical reasons for this, or why he was there, so be it. But that's the thing, you gotta watch for what's around you, and obviously this kid did not. That's one thing you gotta realize, and that's what I'm going with right now, is that this kid, whatever he was doing at this place, whether he met up with somebody or was getting it for himself, wrong place, wrong time. And the street smarts is where it should have kicked in. But in this case, he must have got sucker punched if they're talking about jaws being busted. And that could happen too, You gotta all keep your eyes around your head. It doesn't matter where you are. You gotta keep looking behind you. You gotta keep, moving your head. Whether you look like a nut or not, who cares? Every time you see my head bobbing back and forth, I'm always keeping my eyes open. Because, there's a lot of people out there that just are friggin' just, don't matter where you are, they see someone alone, sitting, or doing something, or blah, 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 blah. They're gonna stalk you, and if they feel it's right time to mug you, rob you, hell, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, folks. That's it. Don't matter. Oh man, this guy's a good guy. Likes Jimi Hendrix. I thought I seen I wonder if that was a picture I did. I don't know if I took that. I don't think I did. Dang it. I did see a person with a shirt on, and I thought it might have been a suspect, but it must have been him. But I wasn't really reading clearly of the shirt because, yeah, it was blurry. It's one thing about some surveillances come out as blurry as hell. And, yeah, it sucks. Really sucks. So we're in the Illinois. Beyond hello. This is actually the wrong one. I should have erased that one. That was the wrong. This one is the right one. But as you can see, beyond hello, Bloomington cannabis. This is what I'm talking about. Where the hell is the building? Now, like I say, with the Town Fair Tire building, it's, it will show it. But if there's no building there built yet, Google Maps hasn't updated itself. And Cosmo Proof is not too busy. Affordable dentistry. Now, there's one thing that I'm very interested in, and wonder what this big building is. Now, is this the cannabis dispensary, or was there a building built here? But this building, when they're not on maps, people, right there's a big, kind of looks like a hospital to me. Like one of them little mental asylum hospitals. A little clinic, maybe. Or if it's some type of hotel. But this building right here, when it ain't posted on Google Maps, to me, very suspicious. And, but yeah, this It seems that there's a lot of, respectable business around here. 8 by Wyndham, Bloomington. That must be a more. Yep, that's a. See, there's a little hotel inn. Yeah, 2-star hotel. That must be a bad hotel then. Yeah. You got the 2-star hotels, and that ain't too great. So, Bloomington. I did goof on my last video, but, I didn't realize, and it didn't mention, that all it said was he graduated from college. In another article I found I'll go over, said that he graduated, but he was going to class this morning. And, but he ended up, dang it. There I went. Didn't put that in there. He was at the college in I forgot the screenshot that. At the Bone Student Center. I'll probably go over that in another video, but at that place, yeah, I will go over that because this is it reminds me of the ugly tuna in the Brian there story. That story with the ugly tuna. The guy that was thought to have been seen, I can't remember his last name, in Mexico. But, this is what that place reminded me of. Even though it's in the college, it's got a theater, it's got all kind of food court, coffee court type thing there. And, and he was supposed to be on his way to class. So it's if he was on his way to class, but he graduated. What more? Maybe he was doing a little bit more studying. But what sidetracked him to go to this place and then head off to the dispensary? Now, the only thing that I can say is right. Somebody maybe needed a lift to the dispensary. Now, whether or not if that dispensary is open, I won't know until Google Maps updates itself. So I don't know if anybody can, confirm if that place is open yet. Because like I say, when I was out here in my place, it showed it open, but no building there. But I'm going to pause for a moment. I will be back. So, world of YouTube, as I was saying, if anybody knows if this cannabis shop is open, and like I say, it's very strange of what this building behind it is, and let alone no building being there. Like I said, well, with my mapping that I did at one time, like I said, there was a building right, Town Fair Tire, that didn't show up on Google Maps, so I'm assuming this is a newer building. And for this guy, Jelani, to be at the college, supposedly heading to class, but ends up at the the college, dang it, can't remember that, Bone Student Center. It's just an insane thought. Because something must have happened of interaction. Whether or not he knew somebody, or someone, who knows, maybe needed a ride in this area, but the case is, the broken jaw and everything going on about that. Like I said, I had to pause the video and redo this. So I was doing a video over at a place where I was waiting for my son. Of course, he's over there visiting therapy. And, I ended up stopping and starting the video. But this building right here leads me to a lot of interest. Because if it's not coming up on Google Maps of what it is, But, that being said and all this, and about how this guy Jelani ended up over here for whatever reasons, whether he was a cannabis smoker himself or someone lured him over there and this was the last place he was seen. Now anybody gonna just imagine if the person said, hey, pick me up some stuff, man, and didn't want to do it, let alone, whatever the case may be, why he was there is the question. And the day after Jelani was missing, there was another thing that came up, but it was not read in the article that I read. This came up in another article, and when I first stepped into this story, I found this later on. I'm going to probably go over the articles that I did found and save, the mapping I'm doing right now, and then you got this. So a day after he was reported missing, supposedly this guy went to a house that was relatives of Jelani. Now with that being said, right, what is really going on? And they were debating on if this was him or not. But clearly, as you can see, that is not Jelani. And I can tell already by the face. But this is supposedly a relative of Jelani, and this guy knocked on the door and walked away, and they're trying to, get something out of this. Who was the guy caught on? And this is why you should have these cameras around your house. I have installed some around my house. That's right, 4 of them. Not only do I catch some nice ghost imagery and orbs, never know when someone like this is going to come up banging on your door and say, hey man, have you seen this guy? Or well enough if he was going there to say what he was going there to do. Who knows? It's insane. This story is starting to turn out to be one of them cases that is insane. Make you slap and scratch your head. Things that make you say, So the only question I got is, with the phone records, and in between him running to class, ending up at a dispensary, which I need to know if this damn thing is open. I mean, like I said, it probably is quite new. It's the question of, in between there, what was he doing and who was he with? Now, if his mother says, right, he's a nice guy, he'll do anything for anybody, obviously he went off and did something for somebody that he didn't know. Or maybe he just met. And this punk probably sucker punched him, murdered him, busted his jaw like the story says, or my comment says that one commenter written, ended up dumping his body off. And there's some stuff I want to go over on the body thing too in these articles, and like the parent of the mother of this Jelani said something happened, and it wasn't accidental drowning. No, sorry folks, there was a murder that happened here, and trying to get the timeline correct on where he was and who he was with is the question. Now, of course, you don't hear anything about the campus and that bone center. Where is the surveillance for that? They seen him in there, but was there someone with him? Or let alone was there, someone following him? These are the questions I like to have answered and think about. Maybe someone was stalking him, and then made him rightfully right. Get in your car. Don't say a damn word or I'll kill you. Bring him to the dispensary. But why would someone want to go to a cheap junk dispensary unless there was, all I can say is, there might be some junk dispensaries. I heard about weed that these dispensaries, the stuff like that is makes you get the runs and stuff like that. All this it ain't homegrown weed. So I'm about to wonder if someone over there though has, stuff selling it. And this guy, bring me over here, to make it look like he's going to a dispensary, but he's really going to a real dealer. The illegal dealer. So, with that being said, I think someone right. Stalked this guy, got him in his car somehow without being seen, rolled up on over there for some reason. Who knows why he was over there, unless he smoked it himself, the dispensary himself, Jelani. Or maybe there was someone who wanted to buy this stuff. Maybe he was going to help someone out, because that's what his mother said he liked to do, help people out. Sometimes you get hooked up in the wrong things, man, and you help the wrong person out. Not good. So I think, he got tied up into something that was illegal matters, and they took advantage of him. They did. End of story. There needs to be some phone records. Who knows? I don't know. I missed something about the phone, man. And what could have been there in them things, if any. But I'm going to look a little more into this case, and it's starting to be a little bit suspicious. Questions not being answered. All the crazy stuff, folks. All the crazy stuff. That ain't being looked at. That's right. Till the next video, be safe. Take care. Always beware, because you don't know who is out there. Just like this guy, huh? Watch out. People like this gonna get you to cease to exist. Out.